rudiments of physical things, cars, jewelry, things that you can actually physically put your hands on. So he says, go not into the ways of the Gentile. And right here he says, follow not traditions
of men.
Read on.
After the rudiments of the world, and not after the Messiah.
And not after the Messiah. So if you following the traditions of man, then you are going away from Torah. You are going away from the prophets. You are going away from the laws. If you follow traditions of man, it's crystal clear. You cannot do these things once you know better. It's impossible. Finish that out.
For in him dwelleth are the fullness of the Godhead bodily.
Now go back. You skipped the piece. Go back into the verse before that. Read it from the top, matter of fact.
Beware, lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit, after the tradition of men, after the rudiments of the world, and not after the Messiah.
And not after the Messiah. So if you get anybody who still want to hang on to these things and keep saying, nah, man, y'all take everything too deep, man. It's not like that, man. You mean to tell me he'll be mad at me because I put a tree in the house? Absolutely, he mad at you because it's telling you in here not to do it. But these are the same people. It's called lip service. Let's show you. Let's go to Mark 7 and 6. Mark 7 and 6.
He answered and said unto them, well, have
Isaiah, this is Isaiah.
He answered and said unto them, well, have Isaiah prophesied of you hypocrites, as it is written? This people honored me with their lips, but their heart is far from me.
That's what it really come down to. It's lip service. You honor him. Oh, I love the Lord and all this. And you get up and shout and act the fool and all of that mess. But right here, this is what y'all are doing. You honor him with your mouth, but your heart is far from him. Your actions show it. That's why he says, and you shall know them by their fruit. Your actions. So you can say this stuff all you want, but as soon as something that you don't agree with, you slip off and go into a whole different direction, it's because you honor him with your mouth, but your heart is far from him. Read on.
Howbeit in vain do they worship me, teaching for doctrines the commandments of men.
Teaching for doctrines the commandments of men. So if a man write this stuff into bill and then you turn around and follow what a man has written for you, you are following the man as opposed to the Most High's commandments. How backwards is that? That don't even make sense. Read on.
For laying aside the commandment of the Most High, ye hold the tradition of men.
Hold the what?
The tradition of men.
So you hold the tradition of man over what the Most High say. Read.
As the washing of pots and cups, and many other such like things ye do. And he said unto them, full well ye reject the commandment of the Most High, that ye may keep your own tradition.
That you may do what?
That ye may keep your own tradition.
That you may keep your own traditions. Remember, my people, if you can't find this stuff written up in the scripture, and it's just a foolish tradition, especially this national stuff that they want the whole country to participate in, that's to tell you that it's evil off the top. And you shouldn't have nothing to do with it, because it's more than likely going to have you going against the Most High. I mean, and it's pretty much that simple. But since we come out of what we've come out of, and we see that we are directly supposed to keep the commandments and follow the laws, a lot of people say we're what? Pharisees. They'll say that we're Pharisees. How in the world can you be a Pharisee Because you trying to keep what the book say. Because you trying to go into like what our forefathers did. Like we were saying earlier, when we was doing our thing in the world, all the trends, we followed them to a T. Hat backwards, sagging, hanging out the top of the car, acting a fool. But now when it comes to this, now all of a sudden, you catch Pharisees. That again.
What they say, fanatics.
Right. I mean, come on, man. A lot of this stuff is just, it's too simple. The commandments is the key to life. Let's go to Ecclesiastes 12:12. I mean, this is, if you don't get the commandments, you don't get in.
Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 12. And further, by these, my son, be admonished. Of making many books there is no end, and much study is weariness of the flesh.
Read.
Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter.
We thought to hear the conclusion of the whole matter. No matter what nobody else tell you, this the conclusion of the whole matter. Do what?
Fear of the Most High and keep his commandments.
And break them.
Keep his commandments.
Fear the Most High and keep his commandments. That's what you better do. No matter what nobody come to you and tell you with no smooth words. You know what I'm saying? Oh, he got us, he got us, he got... No. You better fear the Most High and keep his commandments. Let's go to the last book. Revelations 22:14. All the way to the very last book.
Revelations chapter 22, verse 14. Blessed are they that do his commandments.
That do what?
Blessed are they that do his commandments.
Blessed are they that do his commandments. You better keep them commandments. You better keep them commandments. It is a must. Read.
That they may have the right to the tree of life.
That they may have right to the tree of life. So we're letting you know. Again, when we came out of, when we was in the church, we never heard none of these scriptures before. We never heard none of this stuff before. It was always, what's that joint? They always say, we all fall short of the grace of the Most High. We all, being perfect. Everybody fall down, and they got all these little silly songs. We fall down, but we get up. We fall down. And that stuff giving you a license, actually encouraging you like, hey, might as well just do what I'm doing, you know what I'm saying? Everybody falls short. Everybody mess up. Which is true to a point, but it ain't giving you a license to go out and do it. So
that ain't the aim that you should be focusing on, intentionally trying to mess up. Like we got an example in the Mashiach, the Messiah, of the fulfilling of the law, how to walk and how to keep all the laws to the best of our. He showed us the walk, so we following after the Mashiach, the Messiah, to walk in his path to the best of our ability. So we're not aiming to fall short. We aiming to be perfect.
Absolutely. So now that we got this understanding, we know that we are to go out and tell our people who they are, and to tell them to absolutely try their best to walk this walk as best as they can, like the Messiah. So we're going to go to Ezekiel 33. We feel like the watchman. Some of y'all say, well, I didn't choose you. Well, that's why you don't need to watch the channel. Real simple. So let's go to Ezekiel 33:1.
Again, the word of the Most High came into me, saying, Son of man, speak to the children of thy people, and say unto them, when I bring the sword,
when who bring it?
When I bring the sword,
when the Most High bring the sword. Well, we feel like right now we in the stretch run before the Most High about to really let that sword go. So we telling y'all to put down all the old mess that you had when you were still in the church. Put it down. Flat out, put it down. Because the Most High about to let the sword go. Read.
When I bring the sword upon a land, if the people of the land take a man of their coast and set him for their watchman, if when he seeth the sword come upon the land, he blow the trumpet and warn the people.
So right here, we're blowing the trumpet, the shofar, so to speak, to let you know that this place, its time is short. It's about to be trampled underfoot, greatly distressed. So we trying to let our people know to put all the old mess down that you was carrying along and all the old stuff that you was doing.
From religion, from the world.
All of it, put it all away. It is no good. You know what I'm saying? So you want to be able to start humbling yourself before the Most High do it. When the Most High do it, you probably ain't going to like it. Read on.
Then whosoever heareth the sound of the trumpet and take not warning, if the sword come and take him away, his blood shall be upon his own head.
So right there, when we warn you, we blow the trumpet for you, and guess what? If you don't take heed to it, your blood is on your own hands. Same as when Noah was out building the ark for the 120 years. He was warning the people. So guess what? No blood is on Noah's hands, because he told you it's going to rain, and it's going to rain a long time. And they didn't listen to him. So it won't be on our hands because we telling you now. Read. Verse 5.
He heard the sound of the trumpet and took not warning. His blood shall be upon him. But he that taketh warning shall deliver his soul.
Go ahead.
But if the watchman see the sword come and blow not the trumpet.
So if we see the sword coming, we see the Most High getting ready to deliver the punishment on this place, or rather the world, and we don't say nothing about it. We just let the people do what they doing. We don't go out to the streets no more. Oh man, every week we go out there, these people ridicule us and talk about us and call us this, that, and the third, and we just say forget it. We only pick up 2 or 3 people a week anyway, so man, forget it. It's not a good look. Read. Verse 6.
But if the watchman see the sword come and blow not the trumpet, and the people be not warned, if the sword come and take any person from among them, he is taken away in his iniquity. But his blood will I require at the watchman's hand.
See that? But his blood will I require at the watchman's hand. Guess what? I know my brother don't want no blood on his hands.
Not at all.
And I know, y'all know me, I definitely don't want a speck on me. Not one drop of it on me. So I blow the trumpet thoroughly.
Cry loud and spare not.
So I keep a lot of people mad at me. You can imagine. A whole bunch stay mad at me for doing exactly what this is telling us to do. Cry aloud, spare not. Warn the people.
But they really not mad at you. They mad at the word. All you doing is basically delivering the word, how we supposed to walk.
Yeah, go back and read verse 7.
So thou, O son of man, I have set thee a watchman into the house of Israel. Therefore thou shalt hear the word at my mouth, and warn them from me.
So, and warn them from the Most High. So it's real simple. That's what we doing right here, right now, trying to warn our people, because we know a lot of our people is just coming out. A lot of our people been out for a couple of years now, but they still dealing with a lot of wickedness and thinking they can bring that old stuff into it, trying to use grace. You know what I mean?
What's that? Putting